It looks like someone sprinkled icing sugar on our world overnight. We had just the lightest dusting of snow, and it's a little windy today and cold. Definitely winter
Good
weather.
morning and welcome to Vlogmas Day 22. I just went outside to refill the bird feeder and it's cold and windy out there, so I hope my little feathered friends appreciate it. I think we're going to have rather a pleasant day, if a cold one. It's a little bit overcast, but the sun's trying to break through. Today's a busy day. We're gone all day tomorrow, so today is full of jobs. I just finished wrapping the last couple of gifts, small things. I've got some laundry going. I have to do some vacuuming and dusting and clean bathrooms today in preparation for my mom coming tomorrow. And you may hear a click click or even a beep in a minute. I'm heating up the oven, ready to make some meatballs for my husband to take to a work lunch thing they're doing, just people bringing things to share. So yeah, full day, and then this evening we're having dinner with my brother-in-law and sister-in-law. So jam-packed. But I got my cowl knitting in. There's my stripe for the day. Really pretty, as you can see, nice blues and greens, aquas, turquoise, and it's back to that textured pattern. So only 2 more stripes to go. The yarn is some leftover I think you say it Araucania. It's Renko multi. And either Jessica or I made socks, I think, out of this. I think it was me, but I'm not positive. But it's really pretty anyway. So, yeah, I better get to those meatballs. Sometimes I make my own meatballs, but today I'm cheating and have got some pre-made ones. I'm making enough to fit in this casserole dish. It's 1.6 liters, which would be about equivalent of about a 1.5 quart size. So I'm just going to put those meatballs into bake, and meanwhile I will make So these meatballs I'm making, my sister gave me the recipe years ago, and it's I scribbled it out on a piece of paper, and as you can see, it's been very well used over the years. These meatballs are super easy, and they always go. So I'm doing the half the recipe today. So it's just a cup of brown sugar and a tablespoon of flour. And you can hear the brown sugar at the bottom of the container was kind of lumpy. I've just bought some new and mixed it in with it, but I wanted to use up the old. Those lumps will kind of go out once I add the liquid anyway. So there's the brown sugar, and I use a really big bowl, microwavable, because it tends to boil up and sometimes goes over the top. So I've just blended the flour and the brown sugar, and I've got here a 1/4 cup of vinegar, white vinegar, 1/4 cup of water, a tablespoon of soy sauce, and a teaspoon and a half of ketchup, and that's it. So I'm going to just pour this liquid into the brown sugar mixture, and I'll just use a whisk to kind of blend it up. So it looks like that, and I'm just going to put it in the microwave. The original instructions say bring to a boil and stir, pour over meatballs and heat. So I just put them in the microwave on several 1-minute cycles and keep stirring every so often. I'll do like a minute or half a minute at a time, just to make sure it doesn't boil over, get too hot. It doesn't really get too thick, but thick enough. So I'm going to go start cooking that in the microwave then while the meatballs are cooking. So the meatballs are all cooked. I'm going to put about half of them in the casserole dish. And then here's a look at our sauce. It's a little bit thicker than was originally mixed. Kind of probably the consistency of a thin syrup. So I'm going to pour about half of it on the meatballs. And then I'll just kind of mix those up. And then I'll put the rest of the meatballs in. It's always some escapees. And then I'll just pour the rest of the sauce on there. And give it another mix. And then I'm just going to put the lid on, and I've turned off the oven, and I will just put them back in the hot oven to kind of heat through, keep hot until my husband gets here, and kind of helps to blend the flavors. I try and make it a little bit ahead of time so that the flavors kind of mix up. So there's a look. So yeah, I'll put this recipe on the, I'll just put it on the blog, astitchintimepodcast.blogspot.ca, if you're interested in the recipe. My husband has come and gone. I expect the meatballs have too by now. I saved some back and had them for my lunch, and I must say they turned out rather well. Just about done the advent calendar. So day 22. It's up here in this corner here. I'm not sure how well the light will come in. It's nice and sunny now, just a few light clouds. Lovely day, but windy for sure. Actually windier I think than earlier. Oh, this one's really pretty. It has little snowflakes and looks like white chocolate chips. Oh, it's called Candy Cane Crush, so I suspect a mint flavor. Actually, if I look, I can see little bits of red. Maybe that's candy cane. Oh, it smells wonderful. Smells like those Hershey Kisses that have the white chocolate with the candy cane in it, or the Ghirardelli peppermint bark candies. Oh, that smells really good. Look how pretty with the snowflakes. Okay. Candy Cane Crush, black tea, white chocolate, peppermint candy, snowflake candies. They list all the ingredients separate for all the little, when they do it, so I have to slide down. Cane sugar, peppermint, natural peppermint, and vanilla flavoring. Awesome. Well, I think that's going to be a good one. There's the drawer. Oh, and that whole top third is now complete. And there's a look at the whole thing. So that's it for Vlogmas Day 22. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.